Mark is 32 years old. He lives in Dallas. He works in tech support and earns about $82,000 a year. On paper, he's doing well. He's responsible, he pays his bills, he contributes to his 401k. He doesn't gamble, he doesn't waste money recklessly. But every month, on the 14th, something happens that quietly controls his life. A $612 car payment leaves his account. He doesn't think much about it anymore. It's automatic, normal, just part of adult life. But that one payment is silently shaping his future in ways he doesn't fully see. 3 years ago, when he bought the car, it felt smart. His old vehicle was unreliable. Repairs were adding up. He wanted something dependable, something safe, something that reflected his progress. The dealership made it easy. Low interest, 5-year loan, only $600 a month. It didn't feel extreme. His income had increased. He deserved something better. That's how it starts. The problem with a $600 car payment isn't that it's irresponsible. The problem is what it replaces. Let's do simple math. $600 per month is $7,200 per year. Over 5 years, that's $36,000. And that doesn't include insurance premiums, higher registration fees, maintenance, or interest. Realistically, that car costs him closer to $45,000 to $50,000 over the loan period. Now imagine something else. If Mark invested $600 per month instead, earning a modest 8% annually, over 20 years, that becomes roughly $350,000. Over 30 years, it approaches $900,000. That one car payment isn't just transportation, it's delayed freedom. And here's the part nobody talks about. The $600 doesn't just cost money, it costs flexibility. When Mark wakes up every morning, he has obligations: rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and that car payment. His lifestyle now requires his income. If he loses his job, the car still needs to be paid. If he wants to take a lower-paying job with less stress, the car still needs to be paid. If he wants to start a business, take a break, move cities, travel for 6 months, the car still needs to be paid. That's what debt does. It removes optionality. Most Americans don't feel trapped because of one massive mistake. They feel trapped because of fixed monthly commitments. The average new car payment in America is now over $700. Used cars are over $500. This isn't rare anymore, it's normal. And that's why it's dangerous, because when something becomes normal, nobody questions it. Car culture in America is powerful. Your car represents success, stability, identity. People don't say it directly, but status is attached to what you drive. And dealerships understand psychology very well. They don't sell you a $45,000 car, they sell you just $600 per month. Monthly framing hides the total cost. It shifts your thinking from wealth to affordability. Mark didn't think, I'm spending $50,000. He thought, I can afford $600. That's the trap. Affordability is not the same as financial strength. You can afford something and still weaken your future. The real issue isn't the car, it's the baseline it creates. Once Mark adapted to that car, it stopped feeling like luxury. It became normal. And when the loan ends, what usually happens? Most people upgrade. They don't eliminate the payment, they restart it. Another 5 years, another commitment, another cycle. This is how someone making $80,000, $90,000, even $120,000 a year still feels financially tight. Because their income isn't building margin, it's servicing lifestyle. Margin is the difference between what you earn and what you must spend. And freedom lives in that gap. Without margin, income becomes maintenance. With margin, income becomes power. Imagine if Mark drove a reliable $15,000 used car with no payment. Imagine if he invested that $600 monthly difference. Imagine the psychological shift of knowing that losing his job wouldn't threaten his transportation. Stress decreases, options increase, confidence grows. That's not about being cheap. That's about being strategic. The wealthy think differently about cars. Many millionaires drive modest vehicles, not because they can't afford better, but because they understand opportunity cost. They measure purchases against time and flexibility, not ego. The middle class often measures purchases against monthly payment comfort. That difference compounds over decades. Let's go deeper. A $600 car payment also increases insurance. Full coverage is required on financed vehicles. That might be $150 to $250 per month. Maintenance on newer vehicles can be expensive, registration costs are higher, depreciation is relentless. The moment you drive off the lot, the car loses value. So you're paying hundreds monthly for something declining in worth. Meanwhile, investments grow, assets appreciate, time compounds. One direction builds independence, the other builds dependency. Mark isn't foolish, he's normal. And that's the uncomfortable truth.
Financial traps in America are rarely dramatic. They're subtle, socially accepted, encouraged. You deserve it. You worked hard. It's only $600. Everyone has a payment. But here's the question nobody asks. What if that $600 is the reason you need to work 10 extra years? What if that $600 is the reason you can't switch careers? What if that $600 is the reason you feel financial pressure even with a good salary? Small fixed costs create long-term chains. The people who build wealth don't eliminate all comfort. They eliminate unnecessary fixed commitments, because fixed commitments reduce speed, and speed matters in building financial independence. Now, this doesn't mean never finance a car. It means understand the trade-off. If you choose the payment, choose it consciously. Know what it replaces. Know the opportunity cost. Know the time cost. Because everything you commit to monthly owns a piece of your future. Mark eventually realized something powerful. He wasn't working to build wealth. He was working to maintain payments. That awareness changed his behavior. He paid off the car early. He resisted upgrading. He redirected the payment into investments. At first it felt boring, but over time his net worth grew. His stress decreased. His options expanded. The car didn't define him anymore. His margin did. Most Americans believe financial freedom requires a massive income jump, but often it requires eliminating one or two major monthly drains. Your biggest wealth leaks are usually visible. Housing, cars, recurring lifestyle upgrades. Not coffee, not small purchases. Big fixed commitments shape decades. If you reduce just one, you change your trajectory. The goal isn't to look successful. The goal is to build optionality. Because true wealth is not about what you drive. It's about whether you can choose your life. And sometimes the difference between dependency and freedom is exactly $600 per month. If this changed how you think about car payments, subscribe. In the next video, we're going to break down why so many Americans live paycheck to paycheck, even with good salaries, and how fixed commitments quietly create financial pressure most people never notice.